Welcome to the classroom. The middle sounds are the sounds that are pronounced in the middle of the palate. And those are t, d, but we covered them already in the previous lesson. So now we're going to more talk about s and z. Of course, there are ch, j, sh, zh, l, r, and y. Of course, n is also the middle sound, but we're going to cover it in the next lesson when we talk about the nasal sounds. So, let's get on it. The alphabetic code tells us which sound is represented by which letter in spelling. So it kind of gives us the code of how to write certain sounds, but it also gives us the hint of how to read certain letters. It is the key, or you can call it the legend, to read the map of the language. In English, this code is a little bit complicated. So the first letter we're going to talk about today is the letter S, which is sometimes represented by the sound S. You know that letter S is actually the ending for plural nouns and for third-person singular verbs. So you also know that the letter S can be pronounced as the sound Z. But it can also be pronounced as is, the ending ES. When is that? Let's see what the sound S could look like in a word. Well, it could look like a letter S. It can be double S, like glass, which is actually the floss rule. We're going to talk about that in a minute. It can be a C. Well, the letter C, similar to French, when it is in front of E, I, and Y, it is always pronounced as S. That's why these words sound the same. Scent, sight, cyber, and spicy. S, S. Sometimes the letter S comes with certain silent letters, as we call them. So, science, listen, psychology. The Z sound is similar. Of course, we're going to have it as the ending to the vowels and voiced consonants, as well as the ending to the fricatives and affricates. So, for example, if the verb is watch, we're going to say he watches, is, after ch, sh, s, z. Why do you think that is? Why do we have to say buses instead of buses? Let's move on. There's the letter L, which usually represents the sound L. Like. But the sound L, or the letter L, can sometimes have a different quality. We call this a dark L. When the L is before another consonant, like milk. You see, I don't say L. I say O. So I bring it a little bit back. However, the letter L can be silent as well. Do you know any words with the silent letter L? Finally, talking about consonants, we have to mention the Y sound. The Y sound is usually represented by the letter Y, especially at the beginning of the word. Yes, yogurt. But the sound Y will be hidden somewhere in the word, usually between the consonants and vowels, like cure or pure. We will rarely see it if it's in the middle.